right, so the book of Joel, it's pretty cool. It's only 3 chapters long. It's one of the shortest books of the Bible, but the whole the whole book is about the return of Jesus Christ, and it is Old Testament. So here's the 3 chapters: the locust plague in Judah. I think there's locust plague and invading army of humans, and then the day of the Lord in chapter 2, which is the return of Jesus, and we'll see that. But I do want to show you down here to 2 verse 11. The Lord gives voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For strong is the one who executes his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can endure it? And it's one day. I know a lot of people, and I know at least one person preaches that that's the 7-year tribulation. Yeah, you must see when my dog's moving. That was Callie. And then in chapter 3, God judges the nations. For behold, in those days, behold, in those days at that time, when I bring back the captives of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather together all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will enter judgment with them there on account of my people, my heritage, Israel. Anytime you see that in the Bible, my people, that's Israel. Usually, I don't know any other circumstance. Sorry if you can hear my mouse keyboard there. So this is chapter 3. I'm going to start in chapter 1, and I'm going to let the audio Bible play it through the Word of Promise. The audio Bible, kind of like this one. And you can go to Amazon. You might be able to grab a free copy of that. It's like $40. It might even be more than that now. If you're first time Audible subscriber, if you haven't been on in a while, you get a free credit. But if you don't want to keep it, just cancel after a month. I'll leave a link to that. It will be an affiliate link, but I'm not trying to sell it, but I just want to let you know where it comes from. It does have Louis Gossett Jr. in there, who I think we just lost last year. Jim Caviezel, the guy from The Sound of Freedom. John Vaught, the guy Victor from the vampire movies. I know I should know about that, but he's the guy who plays God's voice, but he plays it good.
The Lord that came to Joel, the son of Pethuel.
Hear this, you elders, and give ear, all you inhabitants of the land. Has anything like this happened in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell your children about it. Let your children tell their children, and their children another generation. What the chewing locust left, the swarming locust has eaten. What the swarming locust left, the crawling locust has eaten. And what the crawling locust left, the consuming locust has eaten. Awake, you drunkards, and weep, and wail, all you drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it has been cut off from your mouth.
For a nation has come up against my land, strong and without number. His teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he has the fangs of a fierce lion. He has laid waste my vine, and ruined my fig tree. He has stripped it bare and thrown it away. Its branches are made white.
Lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. The grain offering and the drink offering have been cut off from the house of the Lord. The priests mourn who minister to the Lord. The field is wasted, the land mourns, for the grain is ruined. The new wine is dried up, the oil fails. Be ashamed, you farmers, wail, you vine dressers, for the wheat and the barley, because the harvest of the field has perished. The vine is dried up, and the fig tree is withered. The pomegranate tree, the palm tree also, and the apple tree, all the trees of the field are withered. Surely joy has withered away from the sons of men. Gird yourselves and lament, you priests. Wail, you who minister before the altar. Come, lie all night in sackcloth, you who minister to my God. For the grain offering and the drink offering are withheld from the house of your God. Consecrate a fast, call a sacred assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord your God, and cry out to the Lord, Alas for the day! For the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as destruction from the Almighty. Is not the food cut off before our eyes? Joy and gladness from the house of our God? The seed shrivels under the clods. Storehouses are in shambles. Barns are broken down, for the grain has withered. How the animals groan. The herds of cattle are restless because they have no pasture. Even the flocks of sheep suffer punishment. O Lord, to you I cry out, for fire has devoured the open pastures, and a flame has burned all the trees of the field. The beasts of the field also cry out to you, for the water brooks are dried up, and fire has devoured the open pastures.
So that is chapter 1. Then in chapter 2 is when Jesus comes back. So we'll make that. I'll make all 3 chapters a separate video so that they're short. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in that one. I gotta let this little dog out who's restless. Sorry. So thanks for watching.